From the mean streets of LA to in front of the camera, Richard Cabral's journey has been profound.
I stopped doing dirt a while ago, Ese. You've obviously been following me. I got a job. I got a life. I got a kid on the way. I want to see my son get born. My family had been involved in gangs since the 1970s. I ended up getting involved in gangs at the age of 13. Started going to jail at the age of 14 and addicted to drugs. So it just pretty much continued like that, year in, year out. Me coming out of prison at 25 and being at Homeboys for like the first month, I didn't really know exactly what to think, but I knew my life was changing. And that was good enough for me. My first job at Homeboys, it started as janitorial, and eventually I went to the bakery.
Being in the bakery, we always kept our eyes open for people that we thought would fit well in the bakery, guys that had positive attitudes, kind of go-getters. And we had seen Richard working maintenance for a while, so we took a shot and we asked the front office if we could have him. And he came in a maintenance capacity and quickly moved up the scale.
Working at the bakery was good. I started making muffins, but I was like, you know what, if I'm gonna spend 8 hours a day here, like what's like the less work I have to do? Because we're making a lot of muffins at that time. So pastries, I seen the guys in the corner doing their cakes and the flan and the cheesecakes. And I was like, you know what, I don't know how I'm gonna get over there, but I'm gonna get over there. And eventually I was a pastry chef.
Richard is good at everything he tries. Richard is one of those guys that if you put a task in front of him, he's going to figure out how to do it. And I think that was something that we all saw in him very early, and it was a pleasure to watch him grow.
Richard was presented with an unexpected opportunity to be an actor and took full advantage.
It started off slowly. It was through background. We started doing background at first. Had little roles like CSI Miami, and then the casting directors of Southland, they came down and they were looking for some guys from Homeboys that were willing to come in and audition at Warner Brothers.
When we first met Richard, he didn't know anything about the industry, and we cast him in a show called Southland. And like most people, they're very nervous to start acting in a major hit television show. But once he got there and once the camera started rolling, he was a natural. It
was one of the most nervous things I've ever experienced. I don't even know how I made it through that scene, but I made it. And like looking back that day, and I could just see myself, I was on the phone. It was one of the most nervous things I've ever done in my life. There, since I'm helping, an officer just got shot. I'm right here on San Fernando by the park on Sun Valley Road. Here we up, I think he's dying. He's over here convulsing and shit. Homeboy Industries has changed my life. If it wasn't for Homeboy Industries, I wouldn't be here right now. I wouldn't be where I'm at in my life. I wouldn't be the father that I am today. And if it wasn't for Father G giving me that opportunity, none of this would be happening. And so I just feel honored to become the Homeboy of the Year this year.